Today we're taking a look at Avalanche's Avax coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Avax go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into the Avax chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Avax or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And right now we are currently sitting at a value of $20 per Avax, which is actually pretty good when you have a look at exactly what's going on. And we're seeing a common theme be repeated across many different cryptos at the moment, and that is sideways consolidation. And that's why this is good, because we are starting to see a nice pattern start to form, and that is of higher highs and higher lows. And it's only early days still, but you can start to sort of possibly chart some sort of a short-term trend, at least from this sort of perspective. Now, fingers crossed that we do see that this trend does tend to continue. I would suggest that quite possibly we are seeing a channel maybe in that sort of a format start to come into play. Right now we are bouncing between our $18 support point and of course our $21 resistance point. Hopefully, given this channel is starting to come into fruition, what we'll see is a possible test here, come back down off the bottom and start moving up and continuing on that trajectory. Now I'm going to delete these lines now as they're not really relevant, and of course I'm going to probably extend this out. As you can see, it is sort of the next major target at the $40 mark. Realistically though, where we're sitting at the moment is early days and we can't make any real strong predictions, but from a trend perspective, short term, we are moving upwards. Our key target right now is simply to breach that $21 mark, and that is purely due to the fact that it is a higher high, and of course we'll start hitting those high lows after that point in time. Volume wise, you can see nothing too interesting going on. As the consolidation is occurring, you're seeing a drop in volume. This is pretty standard overall. Let's look at the RSI, bring that one up, and the RSI is showing us an increase. So as we have seen, of course, with the sideways consolidation, but it's going in a bit more of an upwards trend, we are seeing more buyers than sellers, and the RSI on this chart is actually moving a lot quicker than on the other charts for other cryptocurrencies we're seeing. Right now we're seeing at a value of 51.95, and it's probably the only crypto that I have been reviewing which is above the 50 mark. The others are between 30 to 40 roughly at this point in time. So you're seeing these big sort of swings. So when people are buying, people are buying. When people are selling, people are selling. It's not really much competition at the moment. We are on that buy trail, but I do suspect maybe we'll see a bit of selling as we come up to hit, of course, the $21 point of resistance. MACD wise, what are we looking at here? Looking really, really nice actually. Since the 22nd of May, we have been green, and the 12-day EMA has been sitting above the 26-day EMA, and you can see this is still occurring. Multiple rejections, of course, of that crossover occurring, and a continued upwards trend, showing a bit more strength in the market, I do think. Overall though, we are still very, very low, and when you take, I suppose, everything into account and zoom out, there is, I suppose, a massive drop that we need to make up for. Right down here, this mark which we bounced off, I believe the $14 mark, if we compare that to our peak over here, and our peak of course being up here at $151, this mark right here was our 90% drop, and we've hit it, which is good because that's the point which we expected to hit, and now the point at which we're continuing to rise from. So all in all, things are playing out as anticipated with this bear market for Avax. Price target, first clear that $21 mark, and then I want to see the top end of this channel tested, hopefully $25 per Avax. That wraps up today's analysis of Avalanche's Avax coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video as well, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.